Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, but also how we're going to fix it together. And tonight, we are going to talk about a brand new Office of Violence Prevention recommended by none other than the two gun-controlling Connecticut senators who are always advocating for gun control. And this one has an interesting twist because what do we always say on this channel? Nothing happens by itself in the gun control movement. It started at state levels, which we're going to address, and now it's going into a national introduction. This is something you guys need to know, and please spread this out because this one is important. Now, everything is linked in the description box below, and I cannot wait to hear what you guys think about this one. If you are new or you're a returning viewer, please consider hitting that like button, subscribing to the channel, and making sure you turn that notification bell on. We need as many people as we can to get into the fold to help spread this information so we can pass the blessing of the Second Amendment along to the next generation. And thank you so much in advance for your consideration. But my brothers and sisters, as you know, anytime Blumenthal and Murphy get in front of a microphone, there's going to be some gun control coming out. But before we go into what they were actually announcing, I want to share with you and remind you what happened in Colorado a little while ago. Remember that whole thing where they got rid of preemption and then they put in this seemingly innocuous organization, the Office of Gun Violence Prevention? Yeah, we saw it in a bunch of different blue states, all blue bastions, which is the same place we always hear about all these little experiments they do on infringing our rights before they take it to the main stage. Well, it turns out they believe it's ready. This is what they came out with. Check out this article. Everything is linked, but this is the important stuff you need to know because they start state level, use it as a beta test, and they always drive it national. Check this out. Democrats unveil plan to create gun violence prevention office. Well, wouldn't you know it? Because Colorado, I believe New York has one. There's a bunch of other ones. I can't name the exact states right now where they're coming out, but all the blue bastions are starting to have these Office of Violence Prevention, and now it's showing up out of Murphy and Blumenthal's mouth. Both, by the way, in the pocket of Moms Demand Action in Every Town for Gun Safety. Odd how that works out. Let's continue, and let me share you a few of the thoughts, and this is why they say we need this. Of course we don't, because this is infringement, but whatever, no big deal. As a manhunt unfolded in Denver for the suspect in yet another school tragedy, Democrats unveiled legislation to establish a new federal gun violence prevention office to help coordinate information about shootings in the United States. Coordinate information. I wonder who they're going to be coordinating information with. Oh, that's coming up in a second. Again, this is for your own good. This is not about rights. It doesn't matter. This is about safety. So we're just going to give this information to every single person possible. Similar to what California does with the gun records that they accidentally spill out all the time. Yeah, it's almost like this is part of the design. It's a feature, not a bug. But let's continue because this is the stuff that we need to fight against routinely. Senators Richard Blumenthal, Chris Murphy, and Representative Maxwell Frost say the new federal office would ensure cooperation in collecting, analyzing, and sharing gun violence data. Interesting because they can't get the CDC to do it, so now they want their own office to do it. You see how they do this. This is one big shell game. Quote, "We're not winning if gun violence is the leading cause of child death in the United States of America," Senator Richard Blumenthal, Democrat of Connecticut, said. Well, that's a lie. If you're including 17, 18, 19, and 20-year-olds in that statistic, that's how it makes it correct. But you got to say children. You can't say minors. You can't say teenagers. You have to say children, which everyone has shown, even this channel, that the vast majority is teenagers. No. It's children. It's an important game they play. But anyway, let's keep going because this is what they would do. This is so harmless and innocuous, right? The office would also establish a council of Justice Department officials, healthcare professionals, well, there's that epidemic of gun violence again, and gun violence survivors to help make policy recommendations. So let me put that in a nice little bow for you. You have Justice Department officials, that's DOJ and ATF. Great. Then you've got healthcare professionals, epidemic of gun violence, and then you have gun violence survivors who have emotional connections to the outcome. I wonder what would happen there. And this is most likely where it's going because Republicans do own the House. But passing any new gun legislation or restriction will be an uphill fight, as highlighted by the Republican bill last week to strengthen gun rights, because the Republicans own the House. This is not going to go through, but they have introduced it, and I just showed you the model of what they do consistently. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I will see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.